I was rewatching some old home videos. But something was disturbingly wrong. I live alone now. It was hard to adjust to living in rural England after having lived in a house packed to the brim with family in London, but I was trying. It gets a little lonely sometimes. I left a few years ago and have kept minimum contact. It wasn't my family, they were always good to me. They loved me and I loved them. I just felt out of touch with everything going on. I guess you use the classic "it's not you, it's me" here, but really, it was my fault. There was nothing wrong with them, but I felt more and more suffocated the longer I stayed there. That brings us to now. I managed to get some home videotapes before I left, and recently, I've been missing them. So I put the tapes in, sat down with a tub of ice cream, and played. They started off normally, the usual bustling of Christmas time at our home. Kids running around, my mother and aunts preparing dinner. I remember this Christmas. I was in my bedroom, not really doing much. My father is holding the camera as he walks upstairs towards the rooms. He pans the landing, my parents' room, my aunts and uncles' rooms, my sister's room, and my room. My room wasn't there. A wall stood in its former place. I put in the next tape, a beach trip to Bournemouth with just me and my parents. I distinctly remember playing in the water with my mother, but there is nothing on the tape except my mother swimming alone. I begin to panic. I shove the next tape in. My birthday. The tape starts with the family crowded around the table singing "Happy Birthday." The camera zooms in between my uncle's shoulders to an untouched cake with candles alight and an empty seat. I put the next tape in, and the next. Our trip to Alton Towers, our days out in London, our trip to Tenerife. Each tape plays and plays, yet I am absent in every single one. My fear grows on me more and more before I decide to pick up the phone and do what I haven't done in 3 years. I call my family. The phone rings. But the line responds dead. I go online, trying to look for their social media accounts, but everything comes up empty. There isn't a single indication to them ever having existed. I go cold as the realization dawns on me. The familiar noise of the nearby railway has been silent for days. My mail is a week late. I have not spoken or seen another person in a week. I try to remember where I'm living, and how I got here, and why I left, but I can't think of anything. I try to remember my mother's name, my sister's name, my own name, but all thoughts escape me except for one. I'm lost, and no one is looking for me.